Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. As you can see here, I'm in my Panzer 38H and I'm going to show you a fantastic scoring run. Now you can get this tank for free in the Xbox or PlayStation stores, and I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. You get it for absolutely nothing, no sign-ups, no kind of funny strings attached. Just a free butt-kicking tank that you could score like you're going to see in this match. So, let's get to the action, shall we? Welcome to the mines. Alright, now for those of you who are aware, the mines represent a tremendous opportunity to score in the 38H. But you're going to have, a little help. Catch a break on the traffic pattern and, against, the enemy as well. You have to see who's there and see what you can get. Now, fortunately, there isn't any tank that's going to give me any grief on the enemy team. Well, unless it gets stupid. So we're just going to do this one at a time. It's real simple. How many can you get? Okay, sometimes it could be 1, sometimes it could be 10. Although 10 is not the record, but I'm just giving you this as a number. So don't try to copy everything that you see directly. Try to learn the ideas. Like here, you'll notice I'm pretty well covered and I can only see most of my turret is sticking above the rocks, not my whole body. So try to, get some protection against enemy shots. Now, I will tell you, it does help to be a sniper on this map, because your ability to snipe in the 38H at medium to short range is quite good. And what happens, you'll get less contact from enemy tanks, especially robots, as a sniper, because of the deviation angle of their shots. So now we've whacked everybody basically that you could see, and the executive decision was not to go down to the south. And unfortunately, you can see there's a guy right down there at Kilo 4, a medium. Oh well, and it's too much work to turn around and go back. So there was actually a couple more guys which you'll see on the mini map. Well, you should see them on the mini map anyway. But I decided I'm going to head for the big group that's right now over that E and F7. I'm going to come around the north side here. I'm coming this way to get them. There just seems to be more opportunities for targets this way. Sometimes you've got to make a judgment call. Go after the bigger group of guys, depending on your health, of course. Now my health is full, so I'm looking to press my advantage. Even though my team is losing, I'm doing quite well. I mean, I only have 2 kills, but the flavor of how this feels to me is really good. This is exactly how it should go for me to score big time. And I want to get these guys preferably as much one-on-one as possible. You get in trouble if you get 2 and 3 guys shooting at you at the same time, because one of them is bound to hit some weak spot area on your tank. But 38H is killer. Now, one of the things that makes it great that a lot of people don't get is that you've got to get that armor angling on there as soon as you can defensively. Now, personally speaking, I'll show you the sequence of commander skills that I put on here and when I do it. So that'll help you out if you're trying to set up, if you're a new guy. So if you watch this video and go, dude, this thing is really crazy, yeah, I can score this, you can. And then you want to come back and set up your guy for scoring, well, then you'll know how to do it in this video. Because every time I have one of these games, I like to make a video just to keep it current. I don't want to go and dig out some, game I played, whatever, and revisit, some previous video etc. I want to do this, keep it fresh. You know, so today is May 20th, 2024. So this is the game I played last night. So it's, you know, right there on my current stuff. And then you can see some of my other videos that have been published the last several days. I haven't done any 38H in a while. Several weeks probably. You know, I don't really make a schedule or anything like that. I just do this when it happens. Alright, now we whacked all those guys. There's 4 guys left. Up, there's more guys. I gotta whack this guy, then there's another guy behind me at the base. Alright, he's gone. The robot stole that kill. But that's okay. Doesn't really matter. I'm not playing this for the kills per se. I'm playing this for the scoring of the damage. And I was like, dummy. I gotta go back. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see that guy. And I went back to go get this straggler. And I don't want him running away. So, yeah, that human, he killed the robot. The minute I got plenty of time to get back to my base from this location. I'm only like, what, 1, 2, 3, about 4 blocks away or something like that. No problem. So the thing about 38H, if you follow these lessons, you're going to do some scoring. Now, you're not going to score big time in the beginning. Right now, this guy does have 5 skills. And the reason I have this on here is because these were on another tank, but I wanted to put them on an artillery, but I was missing the Born Leader. I think it was Born Leader I was missing. And so I wanted to play some matches here because this is the fastest tank to earn experience per game. And this one was really fast. Alright, Tagaruski, he's done. Now it's jackpot time. I pretty much think this speaks for itself. We'll get to this, you know, in the rest of the video. Okie dokie. Now, at the end of game screen, this is where you get to see the results of all that you did. And as you can watch the experience climb on Rolf, otherwise known as Nazi Zombie, it's fairly vicious. It becomes a large, long yellow bar. There you go. So that was 105,000 in a 38H, which is, well, awesome. Now, to do that, I did have a ×8 commander booster on there. So basically you divide that by 8 and you're going to come up with about, what, 13, little more than 13,000 commander points without a booster of, you know, just a straight game. So, you know, hey, that's great. Normally you're going to get, you know, anywhere maybe 8 to 10 if you don't use a booster with a 38H and have a decent game, because you get all the bonus commander points in this tank, and this is the key. But as you can see, I lose money because I use all premiums. And yes, I have played games where I ran out of bullets. So I use all premiums to reduce that possibility. I want to do maximum damage per shot as much as I can. You can't be perfect, but you can, you know, do pretty darn good. So it costs a fortune. It's okay. I lose money on this every time, and I go to Cold War. I play Cold War matches and make it all back. Every time I lose one game here, that means another game I have to go play, or 2 sometimes, in Cold War with one of my money makers. And I can make a lot of money, like in a Weasel, for example. So it's not a big deal. If it's a big deal for you, if you're not a good Cold War player, You know, you got to have some other kind of premium tank with a bonus silver that will help you compensate. You have to work and get this money back. If you want to try and get 100,000 by using partial regular rounds and partial premiums, I say good luck with that. But that's very difficult. It takes a lot of, planning. It's just not worth the hassle to me. I'm just out there concentrating only on shooting and where am I going to shoot my next guy. You don't need to be figuring out, well, should I be using regular ammo or should I be using premium on this guy? Who cares? I premium everybody. It doesn't matter. As the old saying goes, kill them all, let God sort them out. That's simple. So as you see, 10 kills. And as the Fishman says, there's no 10 kill game that isn't special in some way. And for me, a 10 kill game is an automatic instructional video for the 38H to show you how great this tank is and that you can get this tank for absolutely zero. It's totally free. My damage was over 2,000, fantastic. The combination was quite good. It's not ace badge material though. The ace badge is way up there because of, well, jerks like myself, scoring left and right. Here we are with the medals. Cool-headed, survive at least 10 ricochets, etc. Bruiser, knockout crew or modules. Defender, reduce the base capture points by at least 70. Shell-proof, total damage blocked by your armor exceed your hit points. Check on that one. Do more damage than your hit points. Check on that. Top damage dealer, well, that's a double check on that. Duelist, destroy at least 2 enemy vehicles that cause damage to my vehicle. Those freaks, and so I did get at least 2 of them. I didn't pay attention. Kill 6 or more for Top Gun. That's as high as a award you can earn in a 38H is the Top Gun. The 8 kill medal, you have to do that on tier 5 or above. So just throwing that out there. And of course a first class badge, because my score was really good, but it wasn't ace. Even with 10 kills, that's not an ace. 10 kills and a win, it's not an ace. And a couple of, maybe 2,200 or 2,300, something like that, 2,400 is ace material. But you're going to have to win. There's bonus points you get for winning. If you do 2,400 and don't win, you're probably not going to get it unless you're just a monster. I have done 10 kills and lost, like 2 different times. Sometimes your teams just stink, and that's just nothing you can say. Now, here we are at the team stats. All right, obviously MVP, I killed the most guys, 10 kills. Steadfast, he did all right, got a kill, 500 damage. And this other guy on my team, he was in a tier 1. So he didn't have a headset. And I asked these guys if they have a headset. If they don't have a headset, I can't help you. I don't send text messages. I'm not, I'm playing the game. I'll tell you where to go, how to get better, but you're not going to do it if you don't have a headset. So what more can I say? Or what more needs to be said? These other guys did good over here. They're 3 players. 2 kills in the proto. My proto only he got 0. But my helpers essentially, got 3 kills. My human and my top robot. Top robot got 2. My other human got 1. This guy got 4, which was nice. 900 plus. This guy got 4. He got 1,000 plus. Basically, they got almost 2,000 between them. Like 19. Actually, they cracked 2,000. So these 2 guys got 2,000 plus damage. Actually, 2,000 and 16. 2016 total damage. I got 2,031 total damage. So basically, I was the equal of all their top 3 scorers. That's why we won. But that's not really the point. The point is 38H is a commander building monster. Now, it's going to take you a while before you ever get to the level to pull a 2,000 damage, 10 kill game. But hey, 500 damage, working your way up. I mean, I got a couple of other guys that I have trained on this tank, and they're working their way up. So they're getting four kill games, 5 kill games. There is an art to doing this in the 38H. You got to know stuff, and you got to build this knowledge through practice, like everything else. You don't get to be great at whatever activity you want to be great at without practicing. So you got to get out there and pound them. Now I do, some every day basically. Some days I don't do any. I haven't been doing much the last week because I didn't have any commanders to build up. So I was going through my commanders looking for guys that had goofy sets of skills. So I guess now we'll go look at the skills. Commander, Nazi zombie, skills. So here you can see, actually, I traded those skills off to another guy. And so I put these regular 5 skills here, but that's fine because that was the 6th skill that I had on there, and that was all of these 5 skills plus I had binoculars. No, I have binoculars here. The heck was the other skill? Let me tell you what it was. Let me look and see. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I know. It was steady aim. On the 38H, let me show you this first. I'm going to go to our equipment, hit the Y button, or that's triangle on PlayStation. Now look over here on in the center column, bottom section underneath where it says primary. It says reload time 2 seconds. That's when you have reload and born leader. If you look down below that, accuracy at 100 meters, 0.36. That's plenty good for the range of shooting you're going to be normally doing. Now you start going 250, 300 plus, it's a little less accurate, but it's just good enough. The 38H has a great accuracy in general. So what that means, let's go back to our commander. That means basically I add the steady aim, not necessarily spot number 6, but if I'm going to switch this out with another commander, on this commander at spot number 6, I put in the steady aim, stick him in another tank that needs the steady aim. This tank will do better slightly if you have steady aim, but it does not require it. So some of those tanks out there don't require steady aim for their tank because they start off with a low number to begin with. So that's what I wanted to give you a heads up on. You can never go wrong adding steady aim though, because one of the things that steady aim does, not only does it help your sniping accuracy, but it also helps the accuracy of your gun while you're rotating a guy who's trying to go around you. So it affects your shots while rolling forward. It also affects your shots while your turret is rotating. So that's just something else to consider. But here is the classic setup. This is what I do. So if I get a new commander and I want to put him in a 38H to build him up as fast as possible, first thing I would do, stick quick learner in the first slot for free. 39,000 comes up, bammo, I go with rapid loading. The reload needs to be as low of a time as possible. So this will drop it down to 2.03 seconds. After that, the next thing I need is not another reload, which this one does, but the deflection, armor angling. This will deflect damage 5% of what you get hit by, and it makes a huge difference when you don't have armor angling. Once you've had it, now I've done this process 20, 30, 40, 50 times, maybe more. When I don't have armor angling, I get shot. It feels like I'm being turned into Swiss cheese. You can literally feel it when the number, you're hearing the sounds like, oh man, I'm getting reamed. So trust me, you want to get this armor angling. Either, and you can do this in your own order. My order is 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is this guy. Number 5 could be several things. Could be binoculars, could be rapid aim to have a faster turret rotation, could be steady aim, could be snapshot, which is the one that it increases your accuracy, meaning the number of deviation decreases as your turret is rotating. Let me show you what this is. Okay, so let's go look here. Now, on the left-hand side, left corner underneath the turret silhouette, you see turret rotation speed. This is the 38H has a really good turret rotation speed. You want to try to have, in my experience, around 50 if you can get 50. If it gets a little bit more, okay, fine. But if it's, some of those tanks like Tigers have like 28, 29 degrees per second, which is bad. So you got to be careful with those guys. Their turret rotation is super slow. But accuracy during rotation right now on this 38H is 3.07 meters, which isn't great. It's okay. You don't have to be great because people are going to only rotate around you at a very close range. It's really not difficult to manually aim and shoot a guy. But I'm just letting you see the numbers. If you look under the one that says primary, just to the right, there's reload time. It says 2.0 seconds. Firing rate is 30 rounds per minute. Accuracy at 100 meters is 0.36, like we talked about. When that 0.36 meters means 0.36 meters or 36 centimeters off of dead center. So if you aim at a guy dead center, it'll go off center by up to, basically, since you're American like myself for the most part, in America that's about 12 or 12 and a half inches, which isn't that bad on a tank. Like if you're 12 inches off dead center, that's good. You're going to hit him anyway. Okay, that's why it's good. Then if you're a Canadian or somebody else who uses metric, 0.36 meters equals 36 centimeters. Tomato, whatever floats your boat. Now, accuracy during movement is underneath that, 3.5 meters. This means this is not a great tank to shoot on the move in general at range. Now, close-up stuff, no problem. So what you do to compensate that is use the run and gun. The run and gun will help that, and also steady aim. The steady aim works on accuracy during movement and also accuracy during rotation. So these are things you learn over time. It's not really important to have that stuff here on this tank because of the job this tank does is pretty short range in general. But for future tanks, it'll make a difference. Here's the equipment I stick on here. Speed. Now in this one, these are like chocolate or vanilla. Personal preference. I choose to have the advanced optics because the 38H with maximum range vision is 432 with the optics and the binoculars, which I certainly have. You see on the right side, that red box, it says on the second from the bottom, vision range 432 meters. That's the maximum it can get. And you get that from advanced optics and binoculars, and you get the bonus for that from this fan. You also get the bonus for your vision from the enhanced rations. They do the same thing. You also get that bonus from the commander here with the Born Leader. So the Born Leader, enhanced rations, and fan all do exactly the same thing. Each one of them pumps up your crew a little bit. And so, hey, pumping your guys up 3 times is better than 2 and better than 1. So I use all 3 of those. And you know you've got all 3 of those working because 432 is the maximum vision on this tank. Now, consumables. Gold repairs. It recharges every 60 seconds. You can't live without it. Any frontline combat guy, I don't care what tank it is, Tiger tank, Panzer 30H, 38H, light tank, whatever. Now, if you're an artillery or a background sniper, you can go with the white, much cheaper version, the repair kit. These are what? They're like $3,600, or they're substantially less expensive. What does this cost? I don't even know what this costs. Oh well, whatever. It's way cheaper. Enhanced rations. Now all these 3 golds are 10 grand each. And you can, now I say this is a must-have. This is a right or wrong decision. You either have this or you don't. If you don't, you're wrong. This one is a right or wrong decision. If you don't have this, you're wrong. The speed of the tank is so slow that you must have these speed upgrades to make your tank even remotely decent on 25 on flat ground, basically. The 42, it says maximum speed is like downhill. You go downhill, it'll go downhill 42, but on flat ground 25. Here, chocolate or vanilla, meaning you can choose whatever you want. You don't have to choose advanced optics. You don't have to choose fan. Maybe you're better off with something else that you like. Hey, it's up to you. I'm not your boss. I'm just telling you what works for me, and the ultimate backup for what I tell you on this tank is, well, you just saw my score, 105,000. Commander experience, it speaks for itself. You're not going to touch that any other way. You're going to need this fan to help, your vision, etc. And on consumables, again, now the third one is really not a right or a wrong. It's chocolate or vanilla. You can choose this. You can also get some extra speed if you want, and extra turret rotation by using gasoline. Still 10,000. But the problem is, if you get hit hard, I didn't get hit hard in this game, so that can kind of alter your thinking. You will have games where you're going to be hammered, and when you don't have first aid, you're going to be paying, and it's not going to be good. So with the gasoline, it does bump up my, I was trying to say bump or boost. So it does bump up or boost your speed by 2. You can go 27 or 28 on flat ground. It's not really that worth it. It's nice, but objectively speaking, for myself, you can do whatever you want. I can't stop you. I don't even try. If you do it and keep track of it, overall, you're going to have better top-end scores. Well, actually, not top-end scores. You'll have better scores that are not top-end, like middle of the pack. Your middle of the pack scores will be better consistently if you're using first aid. Unless you're a total ace and know how to dodge the shots, then you can do whatever you want. The rules change for you if you're that special of a player, okay? So again, it's tomato, tomato, chocolate, or vanilla. Your safest is to use what I'm using. This one I'm giving you here is the one that produces the 10 kill plus games. If everything is working right, I'm on my game, getting a couple of good breaks on traffic patterns of enemies, things of that nature. But you can do whatever you want. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to show you how I'm scoring. You do whatever you want. If you want to score like me, great. If you want to do your own thing and it feels better to you, by all means, do what's entertaining to you. If you want to play a certain way and that's the most fun for you, well, man, have as much fun as you can. That's what it's all about. I'm real easy to get along with. You know up front that I'm going to go for the highest commander experience. That is my motivation. If I kill 10, fine. If I kill 8, that's fine. I get 100,000. It doesn't matter how many I kill. Well, it does a little bit. I mean, I'm going to show you the games, etc., etc. I mean, the 10 kills looks real impressive, okay? But anyone who plays this tank to build commanders will tell you, well, 10 is great. You want to have at least 1 on your, on your record, just so you can get a video or a clip of this screen that you're seeing. You can show your friends, like, hey, I don't stink. I killed 10 guys in this tank. No, normally I kill 4 or 5, whatever, something like that. 10s are wonderful, though, but I want the damage. If someone says, look, I'll let you kill only 4, but you're going to do 2,500 damage, deal, where do I sign? it's all about damage. You get experience points with damage. Okay, that's what you have to understand. All right, so now Panzer 38H. Let me tell you the story. The way this works is the Panzer 38H has a 50% bonus, and here's where you see it. We go into the equipment, we hit the Y button or triangle on PlayStation, take your right stick, scroll down to the bottom left, and look at this. Now here's the thing, I had a talk with one of my friends, we were having a discussion, and he did not understand this because no one ever taught him or mentioned it to him. I'm a science guy and a math guy, so I understand what these numbers meant instantly due to my training in school. He is a very smart guy, good player, I mean really good artillery player, and he was like, we were talking about Sexton artillery. He goes, oh yeah, you know, blah blah blah, and he was like, then we switched to this one. I told him, well, I'm doing 38H. He goes, oh yeah, he goes, yeah, I mean 38H, you know, it has good bonuses, you know, you have 100% silver bonus, you have tank experience bonus of 170, and you have commander experience bonus for 150. He goes, yeah, so I get 100% bonus on silver. And I told him, sir, that's not true. And he was like, what? Are you serious? I said, yes, I'm totally serious. I go, what that is, this is a percentage. So what does 100% means? It means you get everything. Standard, okay, you get 1. It's a multiplier is what this is. But they do this to confuse people who are not math or science experts, because a smart guy misconstrued what this meant. And I explained it to him. He was like, I did not know that. Like, that's why I'm, you know, I learned stuff from, you know, I learned a lot of stuff from fish, for example. Okay. And then I taught him some stuff, or, you know, it goes around. Smart guys hang out with other smart guys, because guess what? Smart guy A knows something that smart guy B doesn't know. Smart guy B knows some stuff that smart guy C doesn't know. And it goes around like that. And so no one knows everything, but we learn one thing from smart guy A, and then we learn something else from smart guy B, and something different from smart guy C, and it's all compiling. And we're like, hey, you know, I talked to C, and he told me this, blah, blah, blah. And, oh, yeah, I didn't know that, or I did know that, you know. And then, so this is one of those things. We're sharing this info throughout my friends. So when somebody learns something new, we spread the word. It's like, well, yeah, some of us would have known that, some of us didn't. And we tell that guy, we tell our friends, it's like, hey, well, you know, I learned this. They go, oh, yeah, I already knew that, but, you know, that's good to know. We tell people stuff that we learn so that if they already know it, great. If they don't know it, then it's even better, because they learned something new that will help them. It's always better to tell someone something that they already know, because they know you're trying to make sure they know. For example, silver bonus of 100 means you have no extra bonus. You're just earning the straight regular amount. And if they don't know that, fine, they learned it. If they already know that, great, they're like, thanks. You know, you're trying to help them by letting them know something that they may not know, because you don't know. We don't know what everybody knows or doesn't know specifically. So you're just trying to help people share knowledge, and they'll tell me the same thing. Hey, did you know XYZ? Sometimes I say yes because I know it. Sometimes I say no because I don't know it. And either way, this is what a friend does. He's trying to help you out. So silver bonus, you don't make extra silver in this tank. It's its one weakness, other than it's slow. But it's killer for operations. Tank experience bonus, you get a 70% bonus. So it's a multiplier. A 100 is a multiplier of 1.00. That's what that means. They just don't have the decimal point there, because people would think, oh, wait a second, this, you know, they can't trick themselves if you put the decimal point. So 170 tank experience bonus means it's a 1.7 multiplier. So when you're working operations, a 38H is very helpful. Commander bonus, 150 means it's a 1.5, so it's a 50% commander bonus of experience that you got. Now let me show you on my score, and we'll explain how I got my 105,000. Okay, so now we're going to concentrate on the 105,000. What I get from this tank, this is just the tank with no commander. It'll give you a 50% commander bonus over whatever you do normally. But you put a commander in there. Well, it won't take you very long to go, well, if you use a 3-star commander, like this Nazi zombie guy, you get 30% bonus on top of your 50%. Is that correct? And that is correct. So this would get me 30 plus 50 is 80% bonus. Now, yes, we get a 30% bonus. It tells you in the upper right-hand corner of the green box. Earn rate, 130%. Okay? You get a 30% bonus for using a 3-star commander. Well, if you notice in the skills, quick learner, what does it say on the right? 10% increase to your commander experience earned from battle. So this 30% commander is right now a 40% commander because I have quick learner. And I know you guys are picking this up instantly. So I get 50 from the tank, 30 from the guy, 10 from the quick learner. That's 90%. Well, here's another 10% for you. We go to our equipment. My brother. Not only does enhanced rations give you the same effect of crew performance bonus as the born leader and also from the fan, it also gives you right there active use plus 15% crew performance, passive 10% commander experience. So at 90 becomes 100. Now you know why my 38H is a beast, because it's 100% bonus. So if I had a regular tank, if I did 500 damage, I'm going to get a certain amount. Well, if I do 500 damage in this fully set up 38H, I'm going to get that, the same bonus for the 500 damage, and then I'm going to get a double that. A second part of that because it's 100% bonus. That 100% bonus means you're going to get double the normal tank. That's why I use this tank exclusively. I mean, I have a killer tank I could use. Let me show you. All right, here we go. This is a tier 2 butt kicker, the T1E6X. Problem is, all you can get out of this bonus-wise is 50%, 30 for the commander, 10 for the enhanced rations, and 10 for the quick learner. So I can get a 50% bonus on this tank if I want to use it, which is nice, not bad, but there's no other bonus to this tank. Now he does have a bonus, but I'll show you it's not commander. It has a silver bonus, 45%. Tank bonus, same as the 38H of 170. Commander bonus is 100, means you don't get any. That's what that means. Means you get 100% of your regular commander points. So you'll never see on any tank a number less than 100 for a commander, experience bonus. Some of the Cold War tanks are 110s, some are 115s, 120, and 125. Okay? So they have some of those that are partial commander bonuses in Cold War, but we're just talking about World War II. All right, so let's go back to the 38H. So now you understand this tank is a monster. And that's not just because I have this Nazi zombie who's a monster. This tank is a killer. 100% commander bonus. Now, this is how, actually, let me show you. To finish off the skills before I traded them off, I played the last game I played here with a 2.75%, 2.75 multiplier for my commander. So now I've taken the bonus multiplier off. So to get 105,000, I did this. Came here, pulled up the 8. Now, you might be asking yourself, or yelling at your device, TV, whatever you're looking this on phone, Why don't you use the 10%, 10 times booster? You got 10 times. Great question. The reason I don't use the 10 times is because at Christmas time, they have toy tanks. And toy tanks, this last Christmas, 2023, I learned how to play toy tanks great. So my top end scoring in toy tanks is in excess of 100,000 with an 8 times booster. So with a 10 times booster, I don't even know. You know, I've seen 200,000. I didn't get it myself, but I've seen people get 200,000. So 200,000 is within range, but I'm going to need my top 10s there, or my 10 times boosters. I'm just saving those. There's no rush. I got plenty of these. And here's another trap that people make, the mistake of falling into. They're like, well, okay, I'm going to go play another tank. Let me pick a great tank, for example, and I'll give you one for myself. This is a terrific tank. Now, this is a 50% bonus earning tank. And you know, someone will say, well, you score really high in this, and I do. And you could make awesome bonuses. Well, I can make really good ones out of this tank, but I can't beat my 38H numbers. So it's a mistake to do this. I could put if I put a 2 times booster on this guy, I'm going to make less than if I just use the 2 times booster on the 38H. So the 38H is going to make more in general. So I don't want to use these boosters on any tank, commander boosters, on any tank, no matter how great this one is, and believe me, this one is a great one. I'll average 5,000 commander points a game. Some will be less when my team loses. When my team wins and I'm MVP, 25,000, 20,000, 25. It's ridiculous. So they average out about 5,000 a game. That's fine, and it's every game. So I do long hauls in this tank. You know, you play 50 games, you're making 5,000 a game. That's $250,000 in 50 games, just by playing what you're going to do anyway. No problem. So I save my commander boosters for this tank and this tank exclusively. Now, there's another one I'll tell you quickly about it. There are some 75% commander point tanks. There's 3 of them. They're not that great, however, because they're all tier 8s. Those matches are slower. They take longer, and it's harder to score 38H 100,000, earning scores, because they play tier 9 and tier 10 tanks. They're many times bottom of the barrel. Here, the 38H, the lowest he goes as bottom of the barrel is against tier 3s. And some tier 3s, like the Panzer 1C, are not really advantageous over this tank. Others are, snipers, for example, or some of the heavy hitter medium tanks, medium 3 or light tank cruisers. But in general, you're going to get a better matchup. You're also going to have shorter games. The 38H is good for those commander point games because you can do 8 minimum an hour, sometimes 10 if you catch a break. So I can do 8 of those minimum an hour. You just can't do the 75%. Tanks are great, but you're lucky if you could get 5 or 6 matches an hour. And what happens is you can go, and if you had one of those, they're real expensive too. Those things cost a fortune. They're like 11,500 standard price, even half price. It's almost 6,000 gold. 38H is free, and it works all day long. Now it's slower than dirt. You saw it in action. Okay, 25 on flat ground, 10 up the hill, depending on your hill. Could be 8 if it's a really steep hill. So I'm telling you, I've done all the work. I've done all the math. And I graduated, from the University of Houston with math. So I'm telling you, you can't beat the statistical results you get from the 38H. It is number 1 by far. Also, hey, you never know, you might get a 10 kill game like I did. So that's also nice. So the thing is, don't try to be a superstar. Do the best you can. You know what makes you a superstar is cashing every game, because it makes you better, it makes you more reliable, it makes you more helpful to your own cause. Now, I guess one more thing I should show you. Commanders. Now you see these commanders. I got 147 commanders. Let me show you what I have here. This was from Toy Tanks and a few others. I have 27 maxed out 9-skill commanders. That's 3 full pages of 9 commanders each in different tanks, okay? 38H was involved on almost every one of these tanks, commanders. I would build them up to 5 or 6 slots here in the 38H, or sometimes I would do it in my Sexton artillery, tomato, whatever I feel like doing. I don't want to run hour upon hour of 38H. It's super boring. I like to do a handful of matches, 4 or 5 maybe, depending. I'm working on a commander. Like, let me show you one of these commanders that I got. I got this Pegasus commander from one of the commander war chests that we earned from the Girls und Panzer event. So it's a 1-star commander. I need to work on this guy. So what I'm going to do, let me just show you. First things first, we're going to shove a quick learn, because now this 100% commander has a 10% bonus. It's a 110% commander right off the bat. Eventually, I'm going to take this Pegasus and swap these skills with my Nazi zombie, and I'll work on that. So here, yeah, these are other commanders that I have to work on as well. Actually, not well. This one's got 6. I swapped these from different tanks. There's another story. It's more complicated, so I'm not going to get into it here. This is another one that came from a commander's war chest. It looks kind of good. I'll just keep it around in case I need it. I'll probably get rid of it eventually. Pegasus, I'll figure out some tank to stick this in. I don't know what yet. But that's what I do with my commanders. They start with 1, and then, we build them up slowly. Now, tomorrow, Tuesday, is a new season. We're going to get that Patton commander, a 30% 3-star. It's going to be awesome. So I'm going to have to take one of these guys and, a 5-skill guy or 6-skill guy, swap him out and put, Patton possibly in this Fury tank. I don't know. It's got to go in one of my American tanks, that's for sure. So let me see, what do we have here? Just to give you a teaser. All right. Locust. No, not Locust. M3 Lee is a good tank for me. Astron Rex. Now, this is another 50% commander, just like the 38H. It's a tier 8, but this one is a tier 8 autoloader with a killer turret armor. So the turret armor on this guy is awesome. So it's really good. In fact, it's so good. I had one game where, as a tier 8, I was a MVP in a tier 10 match. This is an exception to the rule. So if this one comes up for dirt cheap, it's really good because, well, it's a tier 8 5-shot autoloader. That is a really good tank. What else? Yeah, artillery. I probably have a Sherman like the Fury. I'll stick him in, that I don't normally use in general. So that's to give you a teaser on the upcoming Patton. So the basic thing here, 38H is your friend. Go to your store. What you want to do is go to your store, type in World of Tanks. I guess I better show you what this looks like on Xbox. So we go in here, type in World of Tanks. Whoops. Okay, World of Tanks. Now, we're playing Modern Armor. We don't want that one. We want Joint Forces. Okay, full results. We want World of Tanks Joint Forces. This is the 2-pack. Which one is this? This is a good question. Combined Might is not the one we want. Now the Combined Might, actually let's go ahead and look at, since we're here, you can do this too. However, I've been told on PlayStation that you don't want to, I'm sorry, I don't want to do this. I want to scroll down. This one gives you a free tank, and that's the T2 Light. Alright, but on PlayStation, someone told me that you can do either Combined Might or Joint Forces. So you scroll down here. If you see this tank, this is not the one you want. This is a T2 American light tank. Super fast, but no commander bonus. So we want Joint Forces. Here we go. They changed the color. Used to be black, now it's green. Okay. This is the one we want. We're going to scroll down here. Kaboom, 38H right there, your boy. Okay. So basically, now for it's going to say buy it. It's free. It doesn't matter. But it'll say buy it, and you're like, well, I don't want to pay anything for that. Okay, so here's the dealio. There's the game. We don't want to do that. I don't want this game of warships either. You want to download this one, the Joint Forces 10 megabytes, this black one. This will give you the 38H and a garage slot in your profile. You'll see it. It'll be in your garage. You download this. It takes a minute or 30 seconds or whatever. It's super fast. This is what you want. Free. Doesn't cost anything. No sign-ups. Nothing weird. Let me jump out of here. Man, what a pain in the butt. Okay. Now, I can't do it. I already have it. It's not going to... You don't get that. You can't do that and get free silver or gold. Nice idea if that's what you thought, but it doesn't work. That's okay. I already tried. That's why. So this is it. This is the butt kicker. You know, speaks for itself. Nothing really extra. Now, if you want to see my emblems, I got the German flag emblem. I've got the yellow crew trainer sticker right there. Says caution, crew trainer. And also that thing below it, König. Now, if you're American, you probably think, well, that says König. Well, it's a special German pronunciation. It's König, which means king. This is the king of all the experience for commanders. So, he's the king. That's what's German for king. Basically, that covers everything you're going to need to know in general. You got all the info, etc. So, the thing you want to do, learn from this video, get this tank, set it up, try it out. If you're not scoring as well as you think you should, well, there's going to be other things to learn. Which way on each map is going to be something you get to figure out for yourself. So you're going to do okay, but you're not going to be great. So well, maybe you are, who knows? I don't know. Everybody's different. If you have someone that you know that you can team up with in a platoon that will help you, great. But this is all you need. You can just do it all yourself. Now, myself, I was trained by Fish himself, so that's why I'm so good. Okay? I had correct training from the beginning from a master of this tank, so I am also a sick master of this tank. There's nothing wrong with saying that, well, this other guy, he helped me out, told me, all kinds of stuff would be helpful. He did. I'm passing that info on to you. So basically, we're done. So I want to thank you for watching the video. It's longer than I anticipated, but it's always good. It's super important stuff. You'll score like a maniac. And, like I said, do whatever's comfortable. Play 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, 10 games if that floats your boat. It doesn't matter to me. But this is the tool that will get you what you want. So it would help if you told your friends they could learn this stuff. Go to their store, pick it up as well, like you're going to do. And then maybe they'll leave a like and or subscribe to my videos. you're going to be set to go with this 38H and score commander points for free. I can't emphasize that enough. If you don't have commander bonus tickets, well, you'll pick those up at the season, etc., etc. As you pick those up, learn how to use it first before you start jamming those in there and throwing them away. If you have a bad game, sometimes you have a bad game, and it's like you burnt your bonus ticket for your commander for nothing. So give yourself 10 games to go, I'm getting the hang of this. Okay, now it's time to put in and start low. 2 times boosters. Those come from the daily war chests. So I always get my daily war chest. Today I got a commander bonus, I think, of 2.5. Hey, that's all good. Whatever it takes, man. Whatever works for you. Now, you can do other stuff, but basically we covered all that. So basically, yeah, we're done. So I look forward to seeing you guys again in the future. Especially, you're probably going to have to rewatch this video to gain knowledge once you've played the tank and come back and look at it and go, oh, I understand what you're going to be seeing better once you're in this tank if you don't have it already. So hopefully I'll see you guys again real soon. I have killer stuff. Got some killer classic shorties coming up this week. That'll be great. Tomorrow, like I said, is a brand new season. The Ultimate Season Pass has General Patton, so I'm getting it. It's in the bag. So that's all. Time for me to roll. I'm out of here, and I'll see you again soon, I hope.